welcome back to one of my recommendations. Now, this one is just a fun one, isn't it? It's Wednesday. Yes, Netflix's reboot or rehash or redoing the Addams Family, but not Addams Family. It's all about Wednesday. Now, this is just a fun binge watching. Yeah, go and watch it and have a little bit of a laugh and a sit down. You don't have to really think about it, but it is a very good one. It has twists. It has a bit of obviousness to it, I suppose, but it is just fun. Now, if you go on TikTok, it looks like it's just about one scene, the dance scene, but it is not. There is more to this. It is a little adventure. Now, it's nothing groundbreaking. It's not a 9 or 10 out, TV show, but it is a rehash, repurposed, relaunched of three franchises: the Addams Family, as Wednesday, of course, and Harry Potter and Sabrina. Now, Sabrina was a good hit for Netflix. Now, they messed up on the last season, but I can see where they're going for this. I think they probably signed the cast to additional series because it does give you a world building because they've done that Harry Potter element. Harry Potter is Wednesday. It is just repurposed, but in a Sabrina world. The school is Hogwarts, but in a Sabrina world. But they've put it together with the Addams Family. Now, so that is all fun, and I can see where it appeals to a wider age group. But there is problems with this show, and it's hopefully something's going to be addressed. Now, a lot of it is because of the supporting cast. And I mean by supporting cast is Wednesday is great. I have issues with a lot of not the actors. It is how they have been written or how they have been dressed is a bit of an issue. Now, so we go on just the Addams Family, what you can see here. Now, two of them don't look the part. Yeah. Gomez, Pugsley, I can live with that. Yeah, it's Morticia and Lurch, isn't it? Is the problem. You don't see Lurch, but he looks awful. He doesn't really, he doesn't look monsterish enough, I suppose. And Catherine Zeta-Jones, I'm sorry, shouldn't have been cast as Morticia. She does not even look or act like you would expect Morticia to act. She's not that mysteriously dark that we've had portrayed for years and years, even to the, as I've got it here, to the original, she just doesn't seem that character. So I've got a big issue with her casting, especially she is the link to Wednesday, so it doesn't matter. Now, the rest of the things I like, but there's something I don't like about this show, and it is not just Gomez and Pugsley. It is that every male character in this show, and you have to just forget it, is weak. They are being undermined by their own actions on the script, and it's very weird because not like other shows where the women undermine the men, this one they undermine themselves by just being weak. Gomez is very, very weak. Now, he's heartfelt and he is responsible and he loves his family, but he's not the character that we know from Chaz Addams and from the TV shows, even the cartoons or the relaunched 90s movies. So it's a bit strange. The script, the casting, I think is right, except for the two I just mentioned. But every other, all her school friends, there's no lead male. No, they're all weak. Yeah, they're just all stupid. It's very strange. Hopefully they will address that, because I think that's what helped with Harry Potter, is you had Hermione being strong. The things, so it's kind of, you need that. You have that one strong character and another strong character. And I think I can't remember the guy name, the B guy, the B kid. Yeah, he's the kind of clown. So you can have that in the middle to break it up. So I think you need that for season 2. Now, the werewolf one in it's great. liked her character. Again, the one I do have an issue with on that side is the siren. I don't think the sirens, as I said, like the dress, the makeup, some of it, the script writing, she plays it well, but the look is awful. She doesn't look siren enough. Like they pop those eyes out, something, the costume is too dismal. It's like that. So there's my thing. Now, on the looks, I don't mind the look of they're going very old school. And what I mean from that is because we know from the figs, from what they did, I don't know if they're linking it to the animated, but they look very, very from the original. And then, so they've kind of gone, all right, we're gonna mix that. But it's strange because I think a lot of people would have thought they would have gone more 90s, what people really like, didn't they? That is very much to the TV show. Yeah, it's not to what I've just shown you, Chaz Addams. So we got Chaz Addams, is very much that. Yeah, it's kind of, okay, you're going to things, but, it isn't there right there, but that, that is. Yeah, so it is strange, but would I like to see more that style? A bit more younger, or, that. It's weird. It's because you can take different things. I don't mind Gomez, how he looks, but I would have liked to have had this mannerisms Gomez, a bit more flamboyant. I think that would have worked in the show. I think Uncle Fester is quite good in the show. I think he's a bit too skinny, but I think he's, quite good. But, Pugsley, oh, sorry, I just don't like, he's a weak little kid at the moment, and there's no need for Wednesday to kind of school him in the dark arts, I suppose, what you want to call it. But that is weird. So, we've got that, and it, it's there. It's like, it's silly because it's like you've got like 80% there. Yeah, let's call it that, of the show. So I'm just hoping that in season 2 they really kind of school in area, because I think they've got some good world building here, and it is just a really good show. It's dark in places, what I kind of like, but then it's light-hearted, like Harry Potter is in parts, and I can just see it going really well. Now, the issue is with this, it's just obvious. You have Christina Ricci coming back, who would play the original Wednesday, and but it's obvious she's going, spoiler, is going to be the kind of instigated baddie, because she's apparently got no magical powers, but she's an alchemist, isn't she, or alchemide, whatever it's called, a botanist. I'm not too sure now. I have to go back, but it was a good, what I call investigation series, but it just a bit obvious. Now, they're also at the end, the ending's a bit, because you get this relatable spirit, ghost, or whatever you want to do it, who's like a demon vigilante, I suppose you want to call it. I don't really know what they try to get like of a, but he literally comes and dies. And you're like, oh. And they should have played out that, that whole scene should have been a near enough episode. But I don't know if they didn't know it was going to be, like, it's weird with Netflix. They kind of snip it that this is going to be a hit, and then just, but we don't want to put our eggs in, in that basket. It's a bit of a strange one. But, as I said, it is just fun. But if you're looking for that or that, Addams Family, you're not going to get it. You're not getting it. It is a new Addams Family. It is. It is all about Wednesday, yeah, and Thing. Very much. I like Thing. I think they did that really, really well, to be honest. But we might get Cousin It, Where's the grandma? It'd be interesting to see how, not just how they develop Wednesday and the school, because I think that could be really interesting. They could do it like year by year by year, like they did in Harry Potter. But I think it'd be interesting how they get the development of the Addams family, because we've not really had the Addams family in this, like, as it is. You know, there's been interactions by Morticia and Wednesday, and a slightly bit, you know, with Gomez, but it was just put in there to kind of develop a part of the show. It wasn't about them. You know, it'd be good to actually have, you know, a prolonged series where it's school, then the school break, and then she goes back home, I don't know, for the holidays. It'd be interesting in how they, you know, perceive, I don't know, a Easter holiday or something, and how they, or, you know, or Halloween. It'd be quite interesting to see that part of the Addams family, and then she goes back to school. Yeah, it could be a winner. Now, the problem is, I hope they got the actors and actresses signed up, because I think that's what happened in Sabrina. It went big, and the actresses mostly thought they were too big for the show, and then just kind of screwed up, and then they rushed the last season, and then unfortunately they kind of ticked every box, didn't they, on the last season. It was like, was it Luther? Is it Luther? No, not Luther. I can't remember now. Ignore me. But they kind of do this with shows where they're like, the actors and actors, oh, we're getting to the end of our contract, we want to move on. Can we just, you know, and it just seems like then the people who are doing the scripts rushed the last season. So I'm hoping they have, you know, with Tim Burton, kind of, I'm going to guessing he's going to be producing it quite heavily now, is, you know, has that kind of steady input of what, you know, what should be there, what should be written in. Because I think if it's not, I think this is going to be a little good ride, and then it's just going to fall because they won't know how to end it. Now, this doesn't need to end because it's the Addams family. The school portion will need to end. So it'll be interesting, and it'll be interesting how they, if they go over seasons, is the progression and the how the actors will grow up, you know, slightly, you know, because you got Wednesday is being played, I think she's 20, so, you know, on her side she's short, so she could play probably Wednesday, that age Wednesday, for a while. But Pugsy, you know, he's not very short in this, so it'll be interesting if he has a growth spurt, you know, or whatever, or something. It'll be what happened there? But they're not really focusing on that, but I think they should. I think that would be interesting to have that in Wednesday. Now, with the developments of the show, you know, we need a couple of new characters to come in. Now, I hope they just don't do this, you know, American style school is like you have now in the next one, because the jocks versus Wednesday, you know, the weirdos, or that, like, they could do a rival school against, you know, the other school. I just don't think that's going to work. They had a little bit in this, but I think how they done it as like it is a teen investigation, I thought that worked quite well, you know. So hopefully it will develop into something more fun going forward. It's just, yeah, it's a fun. Now, how would I score it out of 10? Now, it's not a groundbreaker, and there's problems with it, but it's fun. So I'm going to give it a solid 7 out of 10. A strong solid out of 10. You know, because it can be like a 7. If you're going to point, it'd be like a 7.45. You know, it's going to be around there. But it's not 8 or 9. Nowhere near. Because, like I said, there are elements that missed in this. But there's elements in it you're going to love. And it is. Now, they just need to get that quirkiness and a bit more fun, and a bit more giggles in this, and I think they're onto a winner. But playing with the dark side, you know, of Wednesday. But then it'd be interesting, you know, as I was saying, you got Wednesday doing it, but it'd be good to see Pugsley doing it. It would be like him, like, playing pranks and jokes, and like now and again, and like leaving, you know, sending packages to Wednesday, like poison or something. It just, you know, something that would be back to the original, you know, of how his character was built, you know. It'll be just interesting. But I'm hoping they make Gomez a bit more flamboyant. A bit not... I hate to say this word, but he was a wet fish, wasn't he? He was very... you know, he did a lot for his family, but he wasn't Gomez. He wasn't... He looked like Gomez. He sounded like Gomez, but he didn't act like Gomez. He was so weak. So, hoping they address that. And I want more tissue if they carry on with Catherine Zeta-Jones to be a bit more mysterious. A bit more, you know, a bit more of that allure about her. Because I just didn't like that performance. But it was the performance because the writing on those characters, I thought, was so bad. It's like they focused so heavily on Wednesday because the show is Wednesday, and yeah, all the supporting was like, oh, just give them something rubbish to do, except for the werewolf. You know, everybody else was missed out, so it was good. So I like to base on that. So I think we need a strong male character. Build on the sirens. The sirens could be really interesting. Like the actress who plays her, yeah, it's really well, but just oomph that character. She could be really, really a strong character. So I'm hoping they do that, but give it a better look. You know, I don't know, like make it like go through, I don't know, evolutionary stages. You know, don't know. It'd be good to see that. But yeah, we've got some more other characters they can bring in because they can just go through the monster universe, couldn't they, of anybody they want to do. So it's actually good. So they can do all that. But yeah, it's a fun one. It's worth a watch. Do it now. Go and binge it. It is a binge. It is. You can just go, yeah, it isn't things, but it will be one that you see a lot on TikTok because of the dance. But yeah, give us a comment if you've watched it, or if you like it, or if you're like, I don't like how they look. Because I've heard that is people wanted, was it that? And we've got, you know, we got that, didn't we? So it's weird. It's like that. But yeah, I don't mind it. I don't see this going to, because of course I had that, so I can see where they were playing with it. But yeah, I just hope they just, you know, wind it in and ramp it up with the script. Yeah, no, because I think the some of it needs to just be a little bit tweaked. You know, hopefully now with a lot of studios not so strong on the tick boxes, less things like that, and let's hope it gets a hell of a lot better, because this could be a great show. It could be a good show. It is a fun show. It's not a great show. So on that, yeah, give us a comment if you want to comment, and give us a like if you want to like. As always, Stasis Geek out.